Hi Taurus, welcome to your March Tarot Scope with me, Raphael Ray from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. So let's see what the month of March has in store for you. So before we start, I'd like to bless both of these decks with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the month of March has in store for you, Taurus. Okay. In your actions and your interactions, you have the Emperor. I mean, it doesn't really get much more powerful than that. So the Emperor card represents the sign of Aries, which is actually your 12th house if you were talking about this in terms of astrology. But what is the Emperor? The Emperor is commitment. It's the institution, it's the school, the university, the hospital, it's the institution itself within the grand society. But the Emperor talks very much about, because you know it's represented by Aries, this talks about you ruling and leading your life and pushing it forward in the way that you choose. Your actions and your interactions with the world at large is exactly that. It's what you do in the world. And this month you are asserting and affirming who you are, what you're about and what you want in your life. Effectively, what this says to me, this is about you getting committed. It's about you getting not to an asylum or anything like that, although, you know, Mars in the 12th is no, I'm joking. All jokes aside though, you know, the Emperor in your actions and your interactions, like I said, this is about you committing yourself to your path, committing yourself and refocusing yourself to deliver what it is that you believe is your best foot forward. And it also talks about you becoming a ruler. It talks about you becoming an authority in your own life. You know, and this can play out because it's your actions and your interactions in the world. It's what you do. So this can play out in many ways, shapes or forms, because your actions and your interactions is about your will. Your willpower is about the divine spark within you. And when you live from that place, when you come from a space of this is who I am, this is what I want to do, I am following what I believe to be my soul's mission, you can only be in a positive place. You can only be in a place of pure creation and a place of pure power. And that's what the Emperor represents. It's commitment, it's power, it's the institution, it's the institution. And how are institutions built? Institutions are built on power. You know, scrap the patriarchal stuff. This isn't about that. Although the Emperor actually does represent the father, this talks very much about your commitment to things. And the way that an institution, you Taurus, are creating yourself into, you're turning yourself into an institution, into an authority, into the type of person that people come to for advice, that people come to for rulership, you know, for somebody to say, how do we do this? This is you becoming that authority, but authorities are only made when people can trust you. And the way that people trust you is by you knowing yourself absolutely inside out, by being able to say, this is what we do and this is how we do it. And this is you pushing yourself forward to lead by example so that people can say, actually, yeah, you know what? I trust your judgment. Great, really, really great card. And it's a strong position to start the month off as well. Okay, so your money and your materials. Let's see what this has to say. So you've got the Strength card. I mean, this is great. Finances go from strength to strength. And, you know, Taurus is, you've got the Strength card there. Taurus is very much about security. Taurus is very much about slow and steady progression into something real, into something that becomes tangible. There's a couple of things here as well, because your money and your materials isn't just your finances. It can also be your home, but it can also be your physical body. And, you know, in your money and your materials, you get the Strength card. This talks about vitality. This month, you're going to be feeling, you know, because the Strength card is ruled by Leo, and Leo is all about the sun. and the sun is about vitality. This is saying that this month you are going to experience a heightening of your energy. You're going to experience a heightening of your own personal power. You're going to be feeling very strong in your physical body. You're going to be feeling, you know, for those of you that have been ill, for those of you that have had long-standing ailments or chronic illnesses, you're going to start to feel a lightening and a lessening of those symptoms. For those of you that have none of those, you're just going to be feeling very strong, very powerful within yourself. Utilize that power, put it to good use. You know, on the material level, when you're feeling strong, make something with it, create something with it. In terms of your finances and your money and your materials, things look very good for you. This is about people coming to you, wanting to work with you. This is about people wanting to bless you with physical gifts, wanting to help you with monetary gifts as well. You know, this is very much a blessing sort of energy, because the strength card is number 8. And the number 8 in numerology is all to do with finance through acquisition. You know, this is working with other people. This is business. It's, you know, interaction with people at a practical monetary level. This is money coming to you. The fact that it's the Emperor, for those of you that work in banks, those of you that work in accountancy or anything like that, this is going to be a really strong money month for you guys. You know, you're really going to be feeling quite good, and you'll be feeling the wallet get a bit fatter this month. You know, and like I said, this is about you becoming an authority and being seen as exactly that. So really, really strong, really powerful. Okay, in your communications and your interactions. So this is about how you talk to people. It's about your messages. It's about your emails. It's about things that come to you. Okay, so you've got this card that wanted to pop out. The 3 of Swords. So this month, I'm going to be really honest with you, the 3 of Swords is about separation. It's about something leaving your life that your heart grieves for in some way, shape or form. It's about something leaving you for good. The fact that it comes right underneath the Emperor, for me personally, means that this month you will be making a decision to walk away from someone or something. This is the month where you get to and you know, this is very much about you asserting yourself. So before we even got to your communications, I said this is about you asserting who you are, what you want, how you're going forward, and making a change in your life for the best, you know, for the best life that you could possibly have. We get here to your communications. And your communications are saying that something or someone leaves your life. This is about a choice. You make a choice, Taurus, to move past someone or something, and you will be communicating this to them. I can't do this anymore. I won't do this anymore. I don't feel like I am getting what I put in. This is you being really brutally honest, and even if it hurts you in the short term, you are willing to sacrifice something now so that you can have the best version of yourself later. And this is, you know, partially because you've got the Mobius veil above the strength card. And the Mobius veil is all to do with infinity. It's also to do with karma. You know, Taurus has gone through this whole process of really kind of, you kind of eclipsed into yourselves, coalesced into yourselves, and it's like now you're re-emerging back out as who you actually are and remembering the kind of strength that you actually have. I mean, Taurus is the bull. How many people could stand in front of one of those and get charged at and still live to, you know, to tell the tale? And that's kind of it. It's like you've come full cycle. And in the month of March, you're going through this process of building yourself back up to who you used to be and saying, right, this is the way that I'm going forward. But in terms of your communication, you are speaking out and you are finally saying, this is the time for me to move past what experience I'm having. This is you communicating that. For some of you, this will come in terms of, you know, it will be something that you thought about for a long time. This won't be a decision that's been easily made, but you will have reached a place now where you're ready just to move past it, and you will be speaking your truth like never before. 3 is the number of rebirth. Swords are the totem of the intellect, of intelligence. They also represent the sector of communication. So you've got swords in this area. You've got fire in the fire sector. You've got fire in the strength sector. The strength card in the material sector as well, which is in your earth. So earth and fire bring my desire. So you've got a lot of stuff working here for you, creating you know, a brand new blueprint for the life that you want and the life that you could have. Unfortunately, there are going to be some things that you have to cut away, and this is you finally acknowledging and accepting that, which is how you become an authority to and in your own life. Your heart and your hearth. This is your relationships and your interactions and your love, baby, love. The Two of Wands. This is beautiful. It means that partnerships are blessed. So let me just say, for those of you in couples, in partnerships, this looks really good. This looks like, especially with this card here, so there are no breakups here. For those of you that are in established bonds, this isn't about a breakup. This talks very much about you saying to your partner, I'm going to change things. Excuse me. I'm going to change things. I'm going to change how I do things. I'm going to change how I move forward in my life, and I want you to be a part of that. This is you acknowledging what you need to be an individual and how you need to progress in your relationship to continue in your relationship and have the best experience of it for both of you. This card actually represents having one foot in the past and one foot in the future. With everything that I see here, this is very much you guys walking forward. You're no longer about the past. In fact, you're cutting the past out and away, and you're moving forward. For those of you that are single, this says that you are preparing yourself for a relationship that has everything that you need. And for those of you that are single, you will be mixing with people that are of an affluent nature. And therefore, these people are going to challenge and test you in different ways. You know, for those of you that aren't used to associating with people that are business minded or anything like that, this is going to be somebody of a completely different walk of life to the one that you are used to. You know, and it works in tandem and vice versa. If you're already somebody of affluence, this will be you mixing with somebody that is completely different, that may well be in a different, you know, pay bracket or social economical, you know, status to you. But it works. This is about you finding your opposite. It's about you finding your mirror image. And partners, true partnership is about being someone's mirror image, not their copy. That is the difference. When you're just a carbon copy of somebody else, you might as well just date yourself. What is the point in that? We grow by opposition. You know, it's the yin that balances the yang and vice versa. So for those of you that are single, this is you meeting somebody that is completely different to you, but you find that it just works. In terms of your, you know, your family and your heart and your half, so like, you know, your interactions at home and your family, this talks about, you know, scores being settled, and it also talks very much about you being able to say, actually, you know what, we can settle our differences. And that's really beautiful because it looks very, very good. Okay, and then finally, your key to the month. What do you need to know? This extra tidbit of information. You get the Lovers. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So the Lovers card, yes, it represents the sign of Gemini, and yes, it talks about love, it talks about interaction, but it also talks about choice. It also talks about our choice, our decision to commit ourselves to a higher ideal and a higher goal. This is about you becoming the best version of yourself so that you can give even more to the people that you love and care about in your life. This is about you seeing the world through the eyes of love, and more importantly, seeing yourself through the eyes of love. You are getting to a space where you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, I respect you, I cherish you, and you are the best version of me. This is about you finding that strength within yourself to really create a blueprint for the best life that you could have. For those of you already coupled, as I said, this looks to me like you're saying to the other person, you know what, this is where I'm going, I need you, I want you on board. And they're just like, yeah, you know what, go for it, I'm backing you 100%. For those of you that are single, this is you finding that love. And it's you finding that person that just balances you out. They won't be your copy, they will be your mirror. And it's your mirror that you absolutely need. Your interactions as well on this level. This is about you sort of letting go of your past. It's about you letting go of something that you found really painful, and speaking on that pain makes you a better person, and it also makes you better and more equipped to offer advice to somebody else on how to do the same in their life. So this is about you getting real, it's about you getting honest, and it's about you laying down the foundations of a blueprint for an amazing life. March looks really, really good, Taurus. Okay, so I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance itself. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. The links below, you can reach me on there. And also, for those of you that have donated to the channel, and for those of you that wish to, the PayPal link is there. Thank you so much for all of you that have. I will see you very soon for more videos. Take care.